Big boy football is on tonight. The undefeated 6A Chalkville Cougars versus the Thompson Warriors from 7A with one loss. Has a unique formation. Seaburn back, drops the pass out to the flat, and he is drilled. Seaburn tackled for a loss. Number 11,
15,
and number
15,
15, I think.
Come on out.
Woods with a big carry and a big hit. Lowers that shoulder, gets it up to the 11-yard line. Touchdown, Clay Chalkville.
He may have gotten stepped on.
You see, rolling to the right.
Nobody
He's
over
being
there.
chased by 13. Number 13 takes him down. Number 13 for the Cougars takes down Trent Seaburn for a huge loss.
Keith Richmond.
Number 13, Keith Richmond,
on the tackle
with a huge play for the Cougars. Fourth and about 18, 17. Fourth and a whole bunch.
2 and 3.
Here, Ray. The slot.
Good shot. Better run. Good run.
25. For the Cougars, Zay Brown. Get him 13, get him 13. There's a fumble. Scoop and score. Colton McIntyre. Touchdown, Clay Chalkville off the fumble recovery from Trent Seaburn. Seaburn was being chased by number 13. Yep. My goodness. Joshua Woods. Number 5, Colt McIntyre picks the ball up. The next thing you know, covered now. You got Barber to the near side. You got Trick left. There's a fade to Barber, and he is tied up. Did he catch it?
They're saying touchdown Cougars.
Touchdown, Clay Chalkville. Aaron Drive.
Yep.
Pass covered 10 yards.
Looks like a one-handed catch, actually. He caught it.
Just looking at that on the replay, folks, that is an amazing one-handed catch.
Josh will bring him down. Oh, they sure is in the ice bath, ain't they? Yeah, man, look, when you come to Big Clay, Yeah, ice baths. That come free. First, you get to go practice now. We charge for this. This come free. You know what I'm saying? We charge for the work, but the after effects is free. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad to be a part of Big Clay and be welcome around here. Now listen, there's only one person I need y'all to worry about. Whenever you step on this campus, he about this tall, got a gray beard. Media. Like just look for Moxie Media. Stay away from that guy. All right? He dangerous. He dangerous.
It's literally, and how are we saved by God's wrath? How are we saved from God's wrath? Only through the eternal, complete, perfected work of Jesus Christ when he died on the cross in our place for our sins. That's the only way we're saved.
In a city that seamlessly blends the comforts of a small town and the amenities of a big city, we're proud to be banking beyond expectation right here in Alabama.
It only seems to get hotter as the summer wears on, especially when your air conditioning isn't keeping up. There is never a good time for your unit to quit working, but when it does, you know who to trust to fix it right. Keep it cool and reduce those high energy bills. Hemp Hill Services, your Bryant authorized dealer, will do whatever it takes to fix your air conditioning quickly and affordably. Known for their fair pricing and fast service, call your certified Bryant dealer Hemp Hill Services today for all tune-ups, repairs, and installation. 229-2090.
Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at BrettRogersRealtor.com, or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. And let's get you to the closing table.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
Hello, welcome to Clay Chalkwood High School. I'm Dr. Eugene Dallas, the principal of Clay Chalkwood High School. And I just want to take a little time to show you the greatness that we have here at Clay Chalkwood High School. We have a multitude of programs that help encapsulate everything that we do here, from culinary to health science, pharmacy tech, and for the first time ever, even a fishing team. So come with me on this brief journey as I show you the greatness of Clay Chalkwood High School.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Big Clay Coaches Show. It is Freddie Flowers, the voice of the Cougars, here with you on another lovely Tuesday night, coming to you live from Walk-Ons here in Trussville, Alabama. Want to give a big shout out to Landon Maynard, who is the general manager of Walk-Ons here, being a big supporter of Big Clay football. As always, to my left is head coach Stuart Floyd. How you feeling, Big Stu?
Oh, wow. Big Stu? Okay. That felt weird.
Well, hey, I could say the Stu who fears loofahs, but we're not going to go there. That was a past show. We're moving along.
Nah, I'm good, man.
There we go. So, man, what a big couple of weeks. A team, top-ranked team from Mississippi, and recognized in the nation. And then right after that, Thompson. 2 huge weeks in a row. How you feeling?
Tired.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah. No, I mean, we're good. I mean, it's we kind of knew this stretch was coming in the season and kind of been prepping for that. But it's one game at a time, 1 week at a time, and just, it's taking everything in stride.
Well, let's talk about these 2 games. And, you know, obviously Brandon, Mississippi coming in.
It feels like a month ago now.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But, you know, they come in. They've obviously got they had a great running back, and he was hurt, but they still have a very dynamic offense. The way the game starts out, they're getting a lot of the throw. There's one of the mosquitoes there. He just went down. That's what I was swiping at, folks. Well, he was healthy. He was looking for a donation and not for the Red Cross.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're getting a lot of quick releases. Their quarterback, I mean, he gets that ball, he gets it out of his hands, and they let their athletes work in space. And it took a minute for us to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, we started out, went down and got, down in the red zone, ended up stalling out, kicking the field goal. They just went right down the field. I think it was one of those situations where you get on the field and you're not really sure what you're getting into, and maybe they're a little bit better than you thought they were. But I was impressed with the quarterback. To me, just watching him throw the ball, man, he was impressive. And then, you get, obviously Seaborn the week after, so it's like back-to-back weeks of really good quarterbacks. But no, the kid from Brandon was impressive in person.
Yeah, and turns out that, even though their primary tailback was hurt, they certainly weren't short on, running backs. They were able to find some gaps, some seams here and there. And, of course, those are the games you want to play because you want to identify that stuff early on or, as the season gets in, you get to the meat of the season. What were the primary things you thought about that game from an off? I mean, we go out, we score on the first drive, and, everybody's thinking, okay, this is Clay, this is normal, this is what we do, okay. And then all of a sudden we kind of stall out and we kind of slow down and kind of get bogged down.
I mean, it's the game 2 weeks ago. I'm trying to remember what happened now. No, I thought we were good kind of in that second quarter, third quarter range. But it was kind of just filling each other out in that first quarter. We scored, they scored, and then we scored again, I believe, and kind of took control of the game. They had some collegiate players really on both sides of the ball. Really good tackle. Got a skilled kid that's going to Colorado, so that he was really, really good on both sides. But they had a linebacker that's got an Ohio State offer, so they had some big time players. But I thought we were more physical throughout the game.
I would agree, absolutely.
And I thought that was the big difference.
Yeah. I mean, when you go into a game like that, do you go in seeing yourself winning 47-15 against a team like that?
Is that what the score was?
It was.
Okay. No, I really didn't I don't really ever have a score in mind. It's just I hope it's one more than they have. Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, if you'd have told me, hey, you're going to win this game 47-15, I'm ecstatic. But I thought we finally played a complete game, and it wasn't, something that was, maybe out of hand at halftime. It was our first full, complete game we had to play, which was good. It was good for us to get a full game in.
And with that, let's lead into Thompson. And obviously you get like you said, a full, complete game. We're in what they call the season's a sandwich. And that's not making light of any team, but I think, you look at the stats and what these teams that we're playing are known for, you could kind of say, yeah, we're getting into the meat of the season. The Thompson game, especially given the fact that they wanted us to come to them again.
Yeah. So
getting ready for that game, obviously, I saw the 4th and 5. I loved it, by the way. Absolutely loved it. Because it was a great point in that, hey, we've gone to Thompson time and time again. You come on over to Clay and play.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was important for our community to get that game. A lot of people wanted to see that, and I thought that we had, that's just what we agreed upon. But it's just good. It was good for our community to have a big-time game and really get the community support, in the middle of the season. And hopefully they can continue to come to the games, right? And now we need them to cheer loudly most of the game, right? Don't wait until it's tied up and, crunch time. We need you cheering all the time.
Yeah, and with that being said, folks, my apologies. I've got these day job issues. I heard from a lot of you. I had to go to work, full disclosure. So next time I'll make sure the gum gets delivered.
Yeah, man.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever you want to call it.
Bad juju you put on us.
Yeah, I know. You can put that on me, man.
Man.
But with that being said, you get in there. What was the temperature of the team before the game?
I thought it was normal. I mean, I would say the preparation was as good as it's been. It was laser sharp. I think the kids know when you're playing a number 1, number 2 in 7A, like they command your attention, and so the kids knew. Preparation was good. It was good by the coaches, good by the players. You got a short week, so you don't have a lot of prep time. We were able to kind of just use our time and added a lot more walkthroughs during that week. But it's a short week. But I felt like they were confident going into the game. There was and to see that there was no panic at any time when you got down 21-7. Right? We've been down to them before. So I think having seen that, and you try to simulate, adverse situations throughout the spring and summer, and it's not necessarily in the form of a score, but just putting them in bad situations, developing leadership in those tough moments to kind of pick everybody's head up. It was really, really refreshing to see at halftime just the resolve of the players. Nobody's panicking. Coaches aren't freaking out. It's just assessing what's the issues, what can we do, how can we adjust. And so a lot of people have asked me, what did I say? Like I've got this masterful speech that turned it around, and that's not really the case. It's more of these are the issues, this is how we fix it, and let's go execute a plan.
Yeah, and if you hear some people, maybe Thompson was overconfident or anything else, and I just that's Mark Freeman's team. They do whatever they want. I always tell them, I said, no, my personal feelings is that I don't think it had anything to do with necessarily Thompson being overconfident. They knew who we were. They knew what happened the last couple of years. So I would be surprised if that's how they were feeling. I thought you're right, that they just came in. They were down 21-7, and then, some adjustments are made, and on comes the switch. And it's not just on, it's on.
Yeah.
And they basically came in and blistered them. And two key points for me in that game, two of my favorites, is one, Big Colton McIntyre getting the fumble and running it back to the house. So let's hear it for Big Colton on that one. I did watch. I did. And he stripped it and basically said, "Give me that," and took it to the house.
Well, Keith actually was the one that stripped it.
Oh, Keith stripped it?
It was
sorry about that, Keith. So Keith stripped it and said, "Well, here, why don't you go to the end zone with it?" I don't know.
Nah, that was the spark that kind of changed everything, right? Huge play. It was the spark we needed. We needed to stop. Coming out of halftime, they got the ball back, so we needed to stop. You get that. We tried the onside kick. It's like a surprise onside, and thought we had a chance to get it, and we didn't. But then the defense stopped them right there as well. And so at that moment, I knew that if we can play, go down, score, make it a tie ball game, we got a game, right? And so it was a game of momentum and swings, and fortunately for us, it went our way this time.
Yeah, and I would say the other moment would be where Corey Barber reaches up one-handed and snatches it in. That was lovely.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting up there, I'm looking at whatever I'm doing, and I knocked just about everything over jumping up at my desk. And I'm like, oh, my gosh. I said, this is unreal. And I'm telling you, I was hurting because I was wanting to be in the booth for that so bad. But duty called, and that's fine.
Fred, you wouldn't have made it through that game. We would have carted you out. You'd had a heart attack.
I don't know. I've been around a lot of Clay Chalkville football games.
Man.
So this one would have been the one. This one would have been the one to send me off.
I really think so.
I can believe that because I was jumping around and I think some crooked lines are there somewhere. They yeah, you're right. They probably would have carted me off.
The dad on Hoosiers.
Yeah,
that was the alcoholic, and he's jumping up and down on the bed when he's listening to the game on the radio. Is that you?
Less the alcoholic part. Yes.
Well, he was in rehab at the time, so he was sober at the time.
But yeah, that game was something else, and so we get those 2 games under the belt, and we're going to talk about what's coming forward later on. We talked about one of the key plays, one being the strip and score, and I was saying the other one to me was Corey Barber's one-handed grab. What other key plays would you say?
Well, I would say just before that it was 3rd and 13, and Aaron.
Oh yeah,
Aaron
that one.
It's Corey over the middle. There was a lot of stuff going on within the game that you necessarily wouldn't see, but they were trying to make some defensive adjustments, and they had their best DB kind of following Corey around. So there was early on we were trying to get him matched up against linebackers and safeties, and just kind of put some people in conflict in different situations. And so that was one of their adjustments, was play a little bit more man free and be able to move that corner all over the field with him. And so there was kind of a game within the game going on. He ran a beautiful route, and quarterback probably I would say it's probably the best ball he's thrown this year. Just the moment, the situation, not an easy ball to complete. It was a huge throw.
Yeah, and one of the things I noticed Thompson tried to do is they were trying to control that running game that we have. It's kind of, we're like a Swiss Army knife. It's like, well, we'll deal with the fork. Well, there's the spoon. Well, there's the spoon. Well, there's the screwdriver. Just something else always comes out of the proverbial bag. And it seems like they really wanted to bottle up that running game.
Yeah, they're really, really good in the box. I would say just in the last several years, probably one of the better boxes that we've had to play against. The D-line is really, really good, and they're big and strong, and it's hard to get any movement. But that wasn't the plan for us this week. It was more getting things out on the perimeter, just because of how good they are in the box. And so but we had some key runs when we needed them, like getting a first down at the end of the game to seal the deal. And so there were some adjustments they made in our perimeter run stuff that took some adjusting. But and that's the beautiful thing about our staff, I think, that a lot of people overlook, especially parents. A lot of schools get hyped for being, this school or that school, and I'm going to send my kid here. But the beautiful thing about what we do is that we are able to be whatever we need to be week in and week out. We're not just going to run this offense or this style every week and year after year, and we can't change. We have the ability to beat you however we need to beat you. Wherever the holes that we think are, or the gaps are, or whoever we think's deficient, that's what we're going to attack. And it's the same thing defensively, right? We scheme week to week, and we have the ability to be multiple. And so that's a credit to our coaching staff.
Yeah, and they really do a super, super nice job working with the guys. Well, that being said, after 2 big weeks, what do you say to the players after a game like that?
It's over, right? It's that neither one of those games, big picture, really mean anything other than you won 2 games. This game for us is a much bigger deal. Winning the region to me was, or not winning the region last year was a big deal. And I think that those goals are much more important to us than a win against Thompson or a win against Brandon. You want to win, but in the big picture, these region games are the bigger issue.
Absolutely. Well, fans, there you have it. 2 big weeks for the Cougars. They come out with the victory. over Brandon, Mississippi, 47-15, and subsequently over the Thompson Warriors, 28-24 in two big tests. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back with Corey Barber and Aaron Fry sitting here with Coach. This is the Big Clay Coaches Show, coming to you live from Walk-Ons here in Trussville, Alabama. We'll be back in a minute.
Let's get started.
It's literally, and how are we saved by God's wrath? How are we saved from God's wrath? Only through the eternal, complete, perfected work of Jesus Christ when he died on the cross in our place for our sins. That's the only way we're saved.
In a city that seamlessly blends the comforts of a small town and the amenities of a big city, we're proud to be banking beyond expectation right here in Alabama.
All right. We are back with the Big Clay Coaches Show, and we're going to move on now to the Pretty Boys, the offensive segment. So to my left, I've got Mr. Aaron Fry, and on the left, we've got Mr. Supreme, Corey Barber. Really big week for both of these guys, and really big 2 weeks. Aaron, talk about really just this past week, the game, getting ready for the game, all that stuff. Obviously this was your second time to play against them. What was your mindset kind of going into the game?
I was a lot more settled going into the game this year than last year. I wouldn't say scared, but had a little more nerves in me, so I was a lot more calm and easy this game. And, we just prepared and we won.
Yeah, we did, actually, yeah. Corey, what about you? This was your last time you were in this matchup, you were in 10th grade.
Right.
And it's funny, I did a podcast earlier, and they were asking about you. And I said, when he was in 10th grade, he was terrible.
Right. Well, I wouldn't say terrible.
Well, it wasn't great, right? But I said something happened over the summer going into your junior year, it just flipped, right?
Yes,
you just turned into a different human being.
That's right.
But just talk about, you had a really good matchup with that corner. Just kind of talk about that going against the best.
Well, that's what I like to do every week. You know what I'm saying? I like to go against the best because that really stamps your name on the maps. You know what I'm saying? People don't want to go against the mediocre. I want to go against the best every week, and that really puts you and show you that you're one of the top guys. But, going into that week, we knew it was a big week for sure, it being Thompson. But we just treated it like another game. I felt like we prepared well, and I guess we went out there and showed.
Yeah, does going against Deion, does that help you any?
Yeah, I feel like that helps a lot because I feel like Deion is the best corner in the state. So if I feel like I can go out there and prepare well against Deion, I feel like I can do it against anybody in the state.
He doesn't get the recognition probably he deserves, does he?
No, sir, not at all.
He puts like the jaws of life on people and can't even get off the line of scrimmage. Aaron, just talk about you go against our defense a lot, right? Just kind of going against our defense and how that kind of helps prepare you for that moment.
Yeah, so, I feel we got the best defense in the state. They it's really uneven. Sometimes at practice they'll kill our ones, but sometimes we get right back at them and score. So going against that defense, best on best is just a great way to prepare mentally, seeing just great players all around the field and then physically doing it.
Yeah, it's a healthy matchup, right, in practice. You don't really want it to be lopsided one way or the other as the head coach. You kind of want some back and forth. Typically that means you got a good ball team. So looking forward to this week, right? Mountain Brook, what's kind of, I know you know what I've told you, but just how do you, as a 16-year-old kid, 17-year-old kid, everybody telling you how amazing you are, how do you kind of come back down to reality and kind of get set for them?
You really just got to get, everything out of your mind. I mean, we played Thompson, another team. Now we got to get right back to Mountain Brook.
Yeah, Corey?
Well, me and my dad, we have this 24-hour rule, so we'll celebrate. But then it's on to the next week. So I told a lot of people, this is probably going to be the biggest game we played this season.
Yeah.
People probably think it's Thompson, but I think Mountain Brook is for sure. So I think this is one of the weeks you have to mentally lock in and really be focused because this is a big week for sure.
Yeah, I like the 24-hour rule. I don't have that at my house. It lasted till about Sunday after church.
Right.
I definitely have my chest poked out at church a little bit.
Right.
But after that, it's then you start watching Mountain Brook. They're always a hard team to prepare for and get your scout teams to kind of replicate what they do is very hard to do. Talk about this if you can, like week to week game plan wise. It's always different, right?
Yeah.
And just talk about kind of how you've evolved, both of you evolved of when we prepare for a team, it's not like we're running we do run a lot of the same things, but the ways we get into those things changes from week to week. How long does it take you to kind of get a grasp on what we're doing and how we're doing it?
It don't take a long time, I would say, because knowing the ins and outs of the playbook and motions and stuff, so they just we have the motion in the playbook and just adding it to a play and setting it, it's easy to adjust to.
Yeah, now if any we got some kids here watching, tell them what you do every night after practice.
I got the script, and so I would go home and draw up the plays just so I know and my coach will know that I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so we send the script home with him. He goes and draws up every single pass play, bootleg, play action that we have, his reads, and it's just some little things that go unnoticed that you're not going to see on Twitter, but that's part of the mental process that kind of puts them ahead of people. Corey, just talk about just your mental preparation kind of going into a week.
Yeah, my mental preparation, I try to stay locked in with a lot of things. So when we do Monday morning walkthroughs, I try to stay locked in. I don't really talk too much. I really like to grasp what we do in the week. A lot of the motions, a lot of throwing plays, a lot of blocks we might be doing. So I can get that by Monday afternoon when we practice. I feel like I can be 100% and practice 100% through the week.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of get to the Q&A. Tell me this, Corey. When did you know, at what age did you know that, you truly love football?
I'd probably say my first year after playing football. I think I just jumped into the game.
Where did you play Little League at?
I played for Centerpoint.
Okay.
I think I was just testing the waters my first year. I feel like I had a pretty straight year.
How old were you?
I was 7 years old. I was really like a late bloomer. I didn't really start, like, a lot of guys start at 4.
No, that's not normal to start at 4.
Right.
That's not normal.
Well, a lot of the kids I grew up with did.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But, yeah, I really felt I found the love after the game. After my first year of football, that's where I truly knew what I wanted to do.
Did you play receiver like?
Growing up, I was always a running back, and then I made that switch in middle school.
Because I always, laugh when they tell me like a fat kid played quarterback. I'm like, well, how did that even happen?
It don't even make sense.
How about you, Aaron? Is football your first love, or did you have other sports that you thought you were gonna be the one at?
Nah, I played basketball and baseball first, but I always liked football more than both of them.
And you played at Clay, right?
Yeah, I play in the same field I play on now.
How about that?
It's cool.
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's a rarity these days as well. Now, tell everybody, because you say you play basketball, but tell them what you shoot. How do you shoot?
Left-handed.
Somehow he thinks he's left-handed in basketball, but if you ever watch him shoot it, it really looks like he's supposed to shoot it right-handed, and it just looks super weird. All right, tell me this, Corey. Pre-game, what's your go-to, like your ritual? Do you have any? Are you quiet? Are you loud? Are you bouncing around music? What are you doing?
Well, I really just chill out. I like to go upstairs in the theater. I like to lay down on the chairs, just really rest and listen to my music. I don't get on my phone. I just lay my phone down, just listen to my music. And I like to mentally lock in. And pregame, I don't really do a lot of talking either. Like when we're doing raps on air and stuff, I just like to lock in. I don't really want to talk too much. Just, just lock in for sure.
Yeah, what about you? Well, I know you've always got headphones on your head, so I already know.
I'm locked in with my beats on.
Yeah, we should get like a NIL deal with beats as much as you wear them. Tell me this, just some stupid questions. What is the weirdest pregame superstition you've ever seen someone do, like that somebody does every week? Because we got some dudes that'll go in there and stare at themselves in the mirror a good while, right?
I got one. For some reason, Aaron feels he has the need to change his drawers before we go out and play.
He
every
does?
game. Yes.
Like his underwear?
Yeah, he feel like he had to change his drawers before we go out and play.
Wow. I'm gonna be honest with you though, but I mean, fresh drawers is pretty good though.
I gotta switch to my game drawers.
Yeah, you got are they the same game drawers every week?
Yeah.
So they're lucky drawers. Yeah, that's more of like a baseball thing, right? All right, so Corey, your position coach, right? It's Coach Burnett.
Right.
If he was going to be, he's getting nervous right now. If he was going to be a cartoon character, who would he be?
Probably Goofy from Mickey Mouse.
Dude, I was just thinking that. Goofy. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we got like ESP going on. All right. Do you want to do me or Coach Garrett? You want to do me?
I'll do you.
What is it? Whisper it first. Don't say it out loud.
I don't know. I'll probably say Shrek.
Shrek?
Yeah.
Wow.
I can see that.
Wow. So I'm like an ogre now?
I can see that.
Look. Who's Donkey then?
Fry.
Coach Cheek said Burdett would be Donkey.
Probably.
Yeah. That's all right. Well, look, Fiona, she was hot though. Tell me this: if you could play, if we had a movie, right? Let's say this is a movie about Aaron Fry. Who is your actor? Who's playing you in a movie?
Lamar Jackson.
Who?
Lamar Jackson.
Is he an actor?
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Who is that? The quarterback?
Yeah.
He's not an actor.
Best quarterback in the league.
But he's not an actor. I'm talking about an actor.
Yeah, he can play me.
Oh
I'm not arrange it.
I don't understand. Corey, you got an actor that would be Corey?
I don't really know a lot of actors.
You don't know any actors?
Nah, not for real.
Okay. Well, glad y'all up on current events. All right, y'all good, man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, awesome week. Bigger week coming up this week. These two guys work extremely hard, and They're the reason why one of the reasons we're sitting here at 6-0. So we'll be right back with the Big Clay Coaches Show.
It only seems to get hotter as the summer wears on, especially when your air conditioning isn't keeping up. There is never a good time for your unit to quit working, but when it does, you know who to trust to fix it right. Keep it cool and reduce those high energy bills. Hemp Hill Services, your Bryant authorized dealer, will do whatever it takes to fix your air conditioning quickly and affordably. Known for their fair pricing and fast service, call your certified Bryant dealer Hemp Hill Services today for all tune-ups, repairs, and installation. 229-2090.
Pick a partner you can trust when your biggest investment is on the line. You can visit our website at BrettRogersRealtor.com, or you can call me anytime at 205-540-1182. Let's get you to the closing table.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different, and it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings and our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day. The Walk-Ons way.
Hi, my name is Travis Lloyd with Abide Roofing. Under these Friday night lights, our community comes together, and just like our Cougars, Abide Roofing brings hard work, dedication, and hometown pride to every job. We're locally owned, fully licensed and insured, and committed to protecting the place that you call home. From roof repairs to full replacements, trust the team that's always in your corner. Abide Roofing, built on trust, backed by the community, and proud supporters of Cougar football. Go Cougars. All right. We are back with the Big Clay Coaches Show, and I've got probably two of the most outspoken people on the team with us. We've got Colton McIntyre on my far left, a.k.a. Big Baby.
Nope.
And I've also got to my left Keith Richmond. Is it the Terminator?
Yes, sir.
That's the Terminator.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and you got some other nicknames, but I'm not going to tell everybody.
RoboCop.
Who? RoboCop? Yeah, I see the wheels spinning right now. All right, so let's go back. Brandon week, right? Big week. What'd you think going into the game? Did you think it was going to be like, hey, they're going to come out and smack us in the mouth?
Yeah.
You thought that?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be like a really tight game. You know what I'm saying?
Tight game,
Yes,
yeah. Like, what'd you, like, you know, obviously you hadn't given up a lot of touchdowns early on. They come out, they score a quick touchdown.
Yeah.
What's the mood like on the sideline?
Just trying to calm everybody down, tell them, you know, they made a big play, but we got to go on. We got to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it some stuff we were doing? We misaligning somehow?
No, it was just.
Well, we came out.
Just a little flat?
Yeah, just came out a little flat.
Yeah. Has there been a game this year where you got into it and you're like, maybe they're a little better than I thought? Does that happen in any of the games that we've played?
To me, nah, I'd be treated.
Or is there some you don't have to, I don't want you to say the team, but just like maybe somebody you're going against and you're like, man, I thought he was better than that. You don't say the team though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah. Now, you know, I asked the other guys just kind of going into that Thompson week, like, how much fun is that just playing in a game of that magnitude where it's basically, 1-1 or 1-2 in 6A, 7A?
Well, everybody know that Thompson game gonna have you on edge. It's not gonna be a blowout game. It's always gonna be a field goal away or a touchdown away, and it's probably gonna go to overtime. So it's just a good environment to play in. The whole crowd out there, their crowd out there, our band out there, their band out there. Just a whole lot of people out there.
Yeah. What'd you think, Keith? Because that was really your first time to play in that game, right?
Yeah, that's why I was like really that much. It was really a lot of fun for real.
What was it better than you thought it was going to be? Because, I've been in some big games, and this is my 19th year of coaching, and that was just the electricity. You could kind of feel it in the game,
yeah.
right?
The fireworks.
Yeah, the fireworks.
Yeah,
you talking about to start the game?
Yeah.
That was a big surprise, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
That was fun, wasn't it? Yeah, that was. Thank you to the city of Clay for that. That was big. Is my mic going out? Okay. Yeah, just talk about looking forward to this week. Like, obviously, Mountain Brook, preparation-wise, you got to do a really good job of paying attention to, the shifts and the motions. Just kind of talk about the focus that we got to have going into this week.
Well, we got to stop the run
Yeah.
because Mountain Brook is a run-heavy team. So if you stop the run, then they got to go to their pass situation. And me and Keith and EJ, we going to get to the quarterback either way. So
Pretty fast.
Pretty fast. You just adding in color commentary, right? Do you got any, clear thoughts?
Well, I had the same responses though.
You like the exact same response?
Just like
Okay.
action, stop the run.
Yeah, obviously they major in the run game, right?
Yes, sir.
They're a heavy outside zone team, and when they just kind of a mixture, they start doing some split zone stuff and the cutback. And would you say they're probably the hardest team to prepare for of what they do?
I think so.
Yeah, they up there.
Yeah, they are always the hardest team to prepare for. But I will say that your defensive coaches, I think they do a really good job of just paying attention to detail and being so precise with every little detail that it definitely helps and gives us an advantage, right? You guys have never played there. It's a tough place to play just because they've only really got one side of stands, and their stands are right behind us. So you got both bands, you got the crowd. It's a fun place to play, actually. So you guys excited about that opportunity?
Yes, sir. Most definitely.
Yeah, it's a big region week. Talk about this. Obviously both you guys are collegiate guys. You want to play college, and you're starting to get offers and all that kind of stuff. Talk about Colton. Who is like the biggest person you've met, like on college visits or that you've talked to so far? Players, coaches, anybody? All right, Keith, we'll go to you. Okay. You met anybody that you were like, wow, I can't believe I met them?
Oh, Ed Robertson from head coach of Alabama State.
Yeah.
And I think it was an Auburn running back from Eastern Tennessee. You remember the one that came in?
Oh, yeah, Kerryon Johnson?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, we had a good conversation with him. You care if I tell about your story about your first college coach you met?
Yeah.
Was it Troy? Head coach at Troy? I think it was maybe. So we get Keith out of class. We're gonna start introducing him to some colleges, and Keith literally sprinted from the building to the field house, up the stairs, and Coach sticks his hand out and says, "Hey, I'm Coach Gerard." Keith is bent over because he's out of breath and just totally misses the handshake. And we were like, we're sorry. He sprinted up here. Like we already knew that you sprinted up there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So, a couple of weird questions. Okay. Keith, if you could swap lives with anybody for one day, who would it be, and what would you do? This could be celebrity. I know you're into like martial arts and all that stuff, right? One person you could just swap with for a day, and what would you do?
Probably Casanet.
Who?
Casanet.
Who is that?
He a streamer.
He's a streamer?
Yes, sir.
All right, so what would you do? Like, what does he stream? Is it good or bad?
He's a gamer.
Good.
Okay. What does he stream? Like, what kind of content is it? Just videos?
Yeah, like marathons and stuff. Like,
So just nonsense.
yeah, like doing anything for real.
Yeah, so what would you do with it? Like, you would be a streamer for a day? This is like a 5-minute segment now. We don't have all day.
I might just stream like us practicing or something.
Really? That's what
Yeah.
you would do for a day? I would not go to practice. Colton, one person for one day. Who is it?
Probably Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan? That would not be a terrible. What would you do? I mean, like old Michael Jordan or like when he was like.
I'm talking about when he was with the Bulls.
Okay, so you would like go play basketball or something?
Yeah.
Like I think I would swap with him today.
I'll
And
probably
go
spend
play
all his
golf
money.
and do nothing, right? Yeah. All right. Talk about pregame. Keith, what do you like to do? I imagine you're like one of those Zen people. You know what I mean? No. What do you do pregame?
I be listening to Chief Keef.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that get you going?
Yeah.
Do you think you waste a lot of energy by getting all excited at 4:30?
I think so. Like,
Probably, yeah.
I just be needing some sleep.
Yeah, you probably need to calm down, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Colton, what do you do pregame?
I just go in Coach McCall room. I'll take a nap on the couch, listen to music, and he'll have a movie on.
Yeah, that's more like it, right? That's more like it. All right, Keith, if you could be any animal, okay, what animal would you be?
I always wanted to be a cheetah.
You always, like you've thought about this before.
Yeah.
Wow. Why would you want to be a cheetah? That's one of the fastest animals I know.
Yeah, that's the reason why, like, because they're so fast and, like,
how long have you been thinking about this?
since I was like 6'7".
6'7". Yeah. What about you?
Probably a bird.
Like an eagle?
Yeah.
Yeah, like something that could come down and swoop you up and kill you maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would be. I mean, probably like a bear or something like that.
Sure.
Something cool. Cheek, how long we got?
Coach, I was about to interrupt you. We got one more thing to do before we go to commercial.
Yeah, I need DJ. DJ, come up here, man. Hurry up.
We have a special
Come on.
guest.
Come over here with Colton. Come over here with Colton. So today is your birthday, both of you?
Yeah.
Colton and DJ's birthday. And we're going to sing happy birthday. DJ beat up a stick today with his eyeball. So that's why he looks like a warrior. All right, y'all ready? Keith, you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Colton and DJ. Happy birthday to you. Hey! Yeah. Stick your hand in there. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. All right. We appreciate it, guys. It's been good having these offensive guys and defensive guys up here, and happy birthday to these two young guys. We'll be right back with the last segment of the Big Clay Coaches Show.
Hello. Welcome to Clay Chalkwood High School. I'm Dr. Eugene Dallas, the principal of Clay Chalkwood High School. And I just want to take a little time to show you the greatness that we have here at Clay Chalkwood High School. We have a multitude of programs that help encapsulate everything that we do here, from culinary to health science, pharmacy tech, and for the first time ever, even a fishing team. So come with me on this brief journey as I show you the greatness of Clay Chalkwood High School.
Let's get started.
look at here we go. It's the Big Clay Coaches Show. And first off,
you got it backwards.
I got it backwards.
That's okay.
But
we'll forgive you.
You know, I think.
Pass me that.
Well, I mean, I don't want to. You know.
Thank you.
Hey, look. I mean,
so much.
Hey, look here. Hey, look here, Coach Shrek. You could have left that over here. That's some good stuff right here. So what you got, Coach?
I have got shrimp and grits, Voodoo shrimp and grits, and little chicken and sausage
Voodoo
gumbo.
shrimp and grits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Special.
Yeah. Let's see. I think it's. I think we got some technical difficulties. They can't hear me. I know this box is on, but they can't hear me. So,
can you hear me?
So
okay. Do I need to talk?
No, you're good. Like I said, I knew the thing was on because I never turned it off.
Okay.
But anyway, it happens sometimes. That's the beauty of technology, people. It's modern day TV, streaming, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
So you got the Cajun.
No, this is the Voodoo shrimp and grits.
And I got the Cajun Diaz. Man, what a great couple of segments we've had.
So we.
Fred, hang on a second.
I don't think that microphone's working. Is that working?
Is it not working? It's working.
We got a little Q&A.
All right, so we got a Q&A segment. The first question is Mrs. Coach Floyd.
Is this Fiona?
Oh, Fiona Floyd. Fiona Floyd.
I really don't appreciate that, by the way. Was that Colton that said that?
Yeah.
Oh, he's in trouble with me. Okay, so a few weeks ago, there was some comments on subscriptions. Do you know how many things we subscribe to?
In our own household?
In our own household. Would you like to take a guess?
Uh-oh. I'm going to say about 12 to 14.
More.
More? Is it more than 20?
It's right around 20.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
All right.
We can discuss it later.
Oh, wow. Okay. Sounds like we're losing something.
Sounds like you're in trouble, my man.
Yeah.
All right, we got a few more questions. Next question comes from Coach Burdett.
My question is, do you have any plans to pay for a coach's golf trip or anything after the season on your dime?
On my dime. Yes. Well, I guess if we cut some subscriptions at my house, maybe. But
Man,
but I am all for a golf trip. You know that.
I'm wondering what you're subscribed to that you can afford
I
a
mean-
golf trip by getting rid of subscriptions.
I mean, myself, let's go. All right, next question is our weekly server, Miss Kira.
All right. I just want to know, what is y'all's favorite meal at Walk-Ons?
My favorite meal?
Oh, man.
This might be. The Voodoo shrimp and grits might be. I would say maybe Cajun ribeye would be a close second. The Catfish Orleans would be a third. And maybe chicken wings or blackjack sliders. Yes, I've had a lot of things on the menu.
Well, I can say that I've officially cleared the menu and have restarted. Obviously, I got the Cajun Diaz. I agree with you on the shrimp and grits. The sliders have become a personal favorite, and Coach Cheek is really talented on the grill, so he does have a second career should he want to give up anything
That's my
here.
backup plan.
And now, something else that they make, and it's a dessert. It's a bread pudding they make. I think it was a Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah.
If you have not tried that,
that's stupid.
You do not know what you're missing. And the beignets.
Yeah.
Got to have a little dessert in there. And that's good stuff. There's nothing bad on the menu, people. You got to get down here to Walk-Ons. I'm just being honest with you.
All right, that's all for our audience questions.
All right.
That was nerve-wracking.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Had to think real hard.
That was only about a $1,200 question you asked right
there. $1,200 in subscription?
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
unfortunately.
What are you watching, dude?
It's not watching. It's just, I mean, you gotta have. I mean, I gotta have a subscription for everything. Like I get a doorbell camera, I gotta have a subscription.
Hey, look, Miss
You know
Fiona,
what I mean?
Miss Fiona's over there giving you the side eye, so we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Keep them alive. Keep them alive. Anyway, let's go. Let's go on to the game that's coming up. I mean, we've had it all: Shrek, underwear, you name it.
It's a big night.
Absolutely. Mountain Brook, and throughout Clay's history, off to Mountain Brook, got to celebrate a whole lot. But then the decade changed around 2010, and ever since then, outside of a single victory, we've pretty much had their number. Now, that being said, the games are always tough.
Yeah.
No blowouts, nothing like that. Mountain Brook kind of reminds me of the old Red Auerbach kind of Boston Celtics. You know, they've got good athletes, but they don't have like the Ryan Williams type or anything like that. But they're very smart. They're where they're supposed to be, doing what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
How do you see this matchup?
I mean, it would be similar. I mean, it always is. You know, their coaching staff is, you know, I think that, you know, I know they hear this a lot, like they do more with less. And that's not a dig on, you know, Mountain Brook kids. It's just, you know, when you look at the roster, they don't have like 8 Division I players, right? They may have, you know, a couple that are college guys, but their coaching staff does a really, really good job of just, you know, what they do and how they do it. You know, they got a lot of things that make you that kind of neutralize you, right? They know how to neutralize team speed and just kind of get you on your heels defensively. And they just do a really good job. And so it's always a hard matchup. You know, and they do a really good job of just developing their players as well. So it's, you know, you go back and you watch the film for the last 2 years, like they could make an argument like, hey, we should have won both those games, right? They're both in our red zone, both in 23 and 24 with a chance to win the game, right? And they made, you know, some critical errors. You know, I know one time they had a guy wide open in the end zone they missed. Last year, you know, we got a sack. So they've been right there at the doorstep to beat us both years, and so I don't think that's anything that's lost on our kids. You know, that's what we're preaching and talking about this whole week.
Yeah, and Mountain Brook, like you said, and they've always been a tough program, and you know that they have got to be very hungry right now. They're sitting at 4-2. Pinson Valley sitting at 3-3.
Yep.
And so you start looking at the matchups, you start seeing how the region's going to shake out. And, of course, Pell City only has one loss.
Yep.
So right now –
does Pell City play Oxford this week?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
That's correct. So this whole weekend is super important across the region.
Yeah.
And I would say especially for Mountain Brook as it relates to potential seeding.
Yeah, I think you kind of start to get a good picture maybe of, you know, maybe some teams separate or maybe it gets – all jumbled up, right? You look at Mountain Brook, and they I think injuries have played in a lot to just kind of the up and down year they've had. They've had some running back injuries, and they've kind of, you know, had a new guy came in, and he got hurt, and the old running back came back, and you know, but they're finding ways to beat good teams, right? They beat Hueytown, they beat Oxford. I mean, really got after Oxford. And then they beat Homewood last week in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, he just chucks it up there, man, and boom,
yeah,
there it is.
You know, they're finding ways to win games and win they've been winning close games for forever. That's what they do, and so they're used to being in those situations. You know, but I think we've got to be disciplined, be physical, and you got to play a clean game against them because you can't jump off sides, which, you know, in years past we've jumped off sides on a 4th and 5 or whatever, and so you can't give them extra possessions. They eat up the clock. They're methodical, and they really tighten the game every year, and that's why typically it's close.
Yeah, and a team like Mountain Brook, they're not the ones that typically beat you over the top unless you just have a defensive bust in your secondary.
Yeah,
but they do get good across the middle, on the inside slants and things of that nature. How do you neutralize that?
Yeah, quarterback's really, really good. I like him. He's super athletic, very savvy back there, makes plays. He's a tough kid, runs the ball well. So, you know, the biggest key for us is to, you know, you got to create negative plays on 1st and 2nd down, put them in obvious passing situations, and let our guys go and play defense, right? But you can't allow them to be in, you know, 2nd and 5, 3rd and 2 like that. That's their wheelhouse. So being really, really good on 1st down, getting them in 2nd and long, 3rd and long situations is paramount.
And our running game, one of the things over the last couple of years, obviously they're very disciplined. They don't miss the gaps. They really don't. But we've been able to kind of push them a little bit. How do you see this game shaping up? Obviously everyone knows who Corey Barber is. That goes without saying. But we've got some other dynamic receivers as well. So that's a lot of territory to cover in dealing with our offense.
Yeah, Caleb Emerson kind of had a coming out party last week, had about, 3 big receptions against Thompson, and that's one of those pieces that we need to kind of come on, right? And the crazy thing about us offensively is just we're still kind of figuring out, like, just who are we, what are we going to hang our hat on, what do we like this week, and so we're still kind of trying to find that just, solidified identity week in and week out. But that, obviously you got, a vertical threat, you got a quarterback who can be a home run hitter, and you got a bruiser running back, right? And then your offensive line's really, really good. So there's a lot of components that make it difficult for a defense. It's like you got to pick your poison. Like, who do you want to stop and try to make beat you? And so for us, it's like figuring out ways of, putting people in situations to where they just can't take away what they want to take away, right? And so that's part of it, in the game. It's the game within the game, the adjustments, and just seeing how they play certain things, certain formations, maybe some new wrinkles that we'll have going into the game.
Well, this weekend, it should be an exciting one. Obviously, we're on the road. We're out at Mountain Brook. It's a unique atmosphere with their single-sided stadium and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's like old school Clay. At one time it was one side.
That is absolutely correct.
I enjoy it.
Plenty of dirt and millworms. I remember that.
Yeah.
Spray painting the field. So, well, that'll do it, folks. We got Mountain Brook this Friday. Make sure you come on out there and support your Clay Chalkville Cougars. I will be there. Don't worry. Y'all don't have to harass me as much as y'all did online and everything. I would apologize, but my mortgage broker said thank you because I paid the bills. So there's that. Ha ha. But all that being said, I love y'all. I missed y'all last Friday. God bless each and every one of you. Safe travels as you go throughout your week. Look forward to seeing you at Mountain Brook. Good night. And for Stu Floyd, go!